So let's come back to our file processor here, and we'll just scroll down to the process method. What we want to be able to do is find the root directory path, or in other words, the parent directory of the directory in which the input data file exists. This application assumes that we're going to have a certain directory structure, which we'll come to later in this module. So what we want to do is take the input file path, which is an absolute path, and then go one level up to find the parent directory. To do this, we're going to make use of the directory info class. When we create a directory info object, we specify the file path as the constructor parameter. In this case, it's the input file path property. Once we've got an instance of this directory info object, we can access its parent property, which also returns a directory info instance. And once we have the directory info instance of the parent directory, we can access the full name property, which returns the string representing the full path. Notice that we've got this warning here, and this is to do with nullable reference types, which are turned on by default in this .NET 6 application. It's telling us we've got a dereference of a possibly null reference, and that's because this parent property returns a nullable directory info. So there's a couple of things we need to do here. First of all, we need to make this string variable nullable, and then we have to deal with the fact that this parent property may be null, so we only want to try and access the full name property if parent is not null. To do that, we use the null conditional operator. And for the moment, we'll just write out this root directory path variable. I'm just going to head back to File Explorer, and we'll head back into the PS Data directory, and once again, copy data1.txt and paste it into the in directory. Let's run the application once again. We can see here that the path that was passed in was C psdata in data1.txt, and the parent of this file is the in directory here. What we actually want is the root data directory, or in this case, PS data. To do this, we can chain on another parent reference. If we run this now, we can see we've now got the root data path C PS data. Let's see next how we can check whether a directory exists or not, and also how we can create new directories.